Okay, so this is the review right before your test. So I'm going to do a couple of examples of things that you should know by now. I'll do a review of 7.1 and 7.3 just because it's been a while since you guys have covered those just by themselves. And then we're going to do a review on the graphing stuff that you're going to see on the test. All right? So let's start with something basic. If I have any number to the 0, what's that going to give me? You guys should know this. It is not 0, it's not 3, but any number to the 0 is going to give me 1. Any number, that can be x, that can be y, that can be a whole number, a fraction, decimal, it doesn't matter, it's always going to give me 1. In 7.1, we also learned about negative exponents. So let's say 2 to the negative 4. All right, 2 to the negative 4 means since I have a negative exponent, I'm going to move it up to the top. Remember, it's not happy where it's at. So instead of it being on the bottom, we're going to have it on the top. Once we do that, our exponent does become positive. And just like I said up here, and please pay attention to the top whenever you guys are taking your test, any exponent that is less than 5, you are going to multiply it out. So 4 is less than 5, so we're going to multiply it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. So my answer would be 16. Alright, so you do need to multiply it out. If I don't see you multiplying it out, you are going to miss half a point just for that. Sometimes you might have to mix it up a little. So take a second, pause the video if you need, time, tell me to pause it. Okay. So sometimes you're going to have things on the top and on the bottom. So I can have like 4, -2, and let's say 2, -3. Alright? 2 to the -4, 2 to the -3. And actually, do not yell at me. I'm just going to make this bigger. 4, -2, 2, -3. Excuse me. Excuse me again. All right. So what does this mean? 4 has a -2. So where does that go? Does it stay or does it move? It's going to move. We're going to move down. So it's going to come down. So it should look like this. 4 squared. The 2 also has a negative. So this guy is going to move up. So then the 2 goes on the top. The 3 goes on the top. It is not that the exponents are the only thing moving and the bases stay. The base has to move with the exponent all the way up or all the way down. And look at your exponents. I have a 3 and I have a 2. That is smaller than 5. So we're going to multiply it out. So 1, 2, 3 over 4 times 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Times this 2 gives me an 8. 4 times 4 gives me a 16. Now, at this stage, we need to see if we can divide something or if something goes into both. What goes into both? Well, I have an 8 and I have a 16. An 8 actually goes into both, so we're going to divide top and bottom by an 8. And I'm going to get 8 divided by 8 gives me a 1. 8 goes into 16 2 times. Can I simplify that anymore? No, I cannot, so that would be my answer. All right, take a second to kind of look at that and write it down before I erase it. Have you erased it? Have you written it? Yep, okay. So erase, erase, erase. And that is basically the idea for 7-1 and 7-3. Oh, that's actually 7-1. Sorry, I apologize. So for 7-3, let's think of 7-3. We're talking about adding our exponents. So we can have like a 4x squared on one side, and give me a number. Josh, give me a number. No, I don't want 256. That's too big. Can you give me an easier number? 5? Okay, we'll do 5. 5x, let's do -3. All right? When we have whole numbers that don't have an exponent, we're just going to multiply those guys up. So we're going to group those guys together and do 4 times 5. These variables are the same, so I have 2 x's. So I'm going to write that down. I have 2 exponents. I have a 2 plus a -3. 4 times 5 gives me, that's right, 20. I have an x. I have a +2 and a -3. Those are different signs, so we're going to subtract. 3 minus 2 gives me 1, so it'll be a 1. But the 3 was bigger, so it is going to be negative. Now we look at our answer and we go, all right, do I have any negative exponents? I do. I have this negative exponent. So that means that this x needs to come down. So my answer should be the 20 over the x that I had with my exponent 1. However, do I really need that 1? Not really. It's supposed to be invisible, so we're going to just erase that guy, and that should be our answer. All right, again, take a second to copy it down. Tell me to pause the video. Let's do one more, and we'll have the variables be on the bottom. So we have x to the -4th times x to the what, you know? Okay, -8. We'll do -8. All right. Same sign. I don't have any other numbers. So same base. So I'm going to keep my base on the bottom. And we're going to add our exponents. -4 plus a -8. They're the same sign, so we're going to add and keep. So x, I have 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 gives me 12. And it's going to be negative because both of these were negative. Take a second. Are we done? No, I still have that negative exponent. So that means I need to move up to the top. When I do that, I get x to the 12. My 12 is going to be positive. Do I need to do anything else? Nope, that's positive. I have nothing else to multiply or add, so this would be my final answer. And that's pretty much it for 7-3. Take a second to copy it down. Okie dokie. Let's do 4x to the 4th to the 3rd, and 2x y to the 3rd, and we're going to square that. All right? So we are now moving on to 7-4. So we're only going to do this example for 7-4 and one example for 7-5. If you guys can do this one and the one, we'll do 2 for 7-5. But if you can do this one, this is as hard as it gets for 7-4, and you guys can kind of do the rest. All right. First thing we have to do is look at all of our bases and make sure that we have an exponent on all of them. So my 4 needs 1. X is good because it has a 4. 2 needs 1. X needs 1. And the y is good because it has a 3. From here, we're going to distribute our exponents. So we're going to multiply 3 times 1 and get 4 to the 3rd.
Hey, good morning, Stevie.
Sorry about that, guys.
Just a reminder, remember, we have the Easter egg hunt going on. There's some eggs out there.
So
if
4 times 3 gives me?
Look around, you might just find one of those.
4 times 3 is?
Easter CD
12.
eggs hiding out there somewhere. If you find it, bring it back to my office to receive some
2
prizes.
times 1 gives me a
Good morning, everybody.
2.
Have a great day.
2 times 1 also gives me another 2. I apologize for that interruption. And 2 times 3 gives me a 6. Alright, we have multiplied everything out. 3 times 1, 4 times 3, 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 1, and 2 times 3. Everything's been multiplied. At this point, we kind of do start grouping everything together. So I look for my numbers. So I have a 4 and I have a 2. We're going to group those guys together. So 4 to the 3rd times 2 squared. I have an x and an x, so I'm going to group those together. I have x 12, and we're going to add those exponents. And then lastly, I have this y. It's kind of hanging out. I'm just going to do it in a different color, just because I don't have a partner for that guy. Alright? We can kind of multiply this guy out. So I have 4 times 4 gives me 16. Times 4 gives me 64. So this is 64. 2 times 2 gives me a 4. So I can do 64 times 4. I get 16, carry the 1, 2, and 5. So I know my answer for the front is going to be 2, 5, and 6. I look at my x. I do 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2 gives me, Richie, 12 plus 2? 15? What? Oh, 14. Sorry, you need to talk louder because my hearing isn't what it used to be. And y to the 6 is 6. I know that was a lame joke. I'm sorry, I had nothing. Look at everything. Do I have any negative exponents? I do not. So then this would be my final answer. Again, take a second to kind of copy this down so that we can move on to the final 2 problems. All right. So moving on to 7-5. Moving on. All right, just checking something real quick. All right, we are going to take a short break. I will have a next video coming up in just a second.